Hey, it's Teapot. So we've done a little bit of work here at the base we've got here. I've kind of, we already have our monument here, but I put out a little parquet floor here. I used some of the bamboo here to set this up. I've also worked a little bit on my chests here. So what I've got here, I'm starting a collection of dies here. So down here, I've got the dies and the things that I can use to make the dies. So I've got the poppy from outside the rose bushes that we've been able to grow, all the yellow wildflowers that we had, the cactus, we can get the green. Blue flowers will give us, the cornflower will give us blue, cocoa beans gives us brown, and we can combine these in various ones to get, oranges and purples. The pinks we can get from the cactus flowers or the pink petals. We can do the lime green from bone meal. Got all our different shades of gray. And just, basically doing some collection stuff. So I've got a lot of dirt over here. I actually found a wandering trader and we bought some red sand and we bought some tall dry grass from him. So that accounts for what we have here in this chest. Nothing in this chest here. Also, in each one of our monument barrels, I've actually gotten all the different types of items that you can get. So we've got all the different cherry items, bamboo, and all the wood types as well. Also been gathering some of the different woods out here and ended up with a beehive when I did the birch. So we've got a beehive that's just kind of uh, floating for now. We'll have to deal with that at some point in the future. Let's try not to fall into this hole here. I did have another incident with pillagers coming around since I was doing stuff off camera, and I may have died again. So that's why I have just 8 XP instead of the 30 something that we had before. But basically, I was just harvesting stuff out here and just happened to be wrong place, wrong time. You can see the remnants up there from the cherry blossoms because it just grew too close to that tree that I'm kind of leaving there. Um, Farms, everything's doing really well. What I want to do in this episode is what I had set out to do last episode, which is try and make a discovery. Either we're going to find some dark oak and pale oak, or we're going to find swamp stuff with the mangrove. So that is the objective for today. So I'm going to finish getting some tools, probably bring my uh, extra armor and stuff like that. This armor is looking a little worse for wear, and as we saw from the bear incident last episode, this armor is not too good. I really do need to get up to better armor. So that's what we're going to work on. So back in a second. Heading on out in our journey here, and I found this sunken birch tree, which I found rather interesting, and some more of these flowers. We kind of lost ours when we had the incident with the bear, but we're going to keep heading off in this general direction. I'm trying to avoid walking in the river and hopefully also avoid some of the colder biomes until we actually get to one of these nice oak forests, the really thick trees on them. Interesting over here. Looks like there's a little shipwreck. Have to visit that some other time. So there's not really anything we can get out of that shipwreck right now aside from some food, and I think we're doing pretty good on food for right now. Some tulips off to the island over here. Hey, here's some sunflowers. I think that'd be nice to pick up for the ride home. Let's go ahead and get out of here and gather some sunflowers from the sunflower field. That is a tall birch tree. And look what we got here. This is a tiny little biome, but hopefully we can at least get some of the stuff we need. And hopefully there'll be, if we look around, we might see a pale garden hopefully. It's getting to be pretty close to dark though, so let's get some of this dark oak and prepare to go to sleep pretty soon. Looks like this dark oak forest has all of 2 trees in it. Little disappointing. But what we can do is we can get on top of the canopy. So we can get on top of the canopy. Maybe sleep there for the night. And then in the morning we can take down all of these leaves. Got myself a new hoe. I can at least go to work on these. Okay, it looks like there's more than just 2 trees here. But keep in mind that we really do have to get at least 4 saplings in order for this to be worthwhile. Otherwise, we're going to have a rough time of things. And my hoe is gone. Luckily, I've got a spare. All right, it's finally time enough for bed. Let's go ahead and get some rest. We'll finish chopping down this tree. All right. Okay, so we do have 4 saplings at this point. So we are good on our journey, although 4 is basically the bare minimum. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here. I'm going to set down my crafting table. I'm going to make me a couple more hoes. I'm going to make me a couple more axes. And we're probably going to continue on our journey. Actually, how about an axe? An axe sounds wonderful to use right about now. And we'll go ahead and continue on our journey looking for, hopefully, would be nice if we got some pale oak to make this journey somewhat worthwhile. But we'll just keep going around this island. Oh, interesting. We're coming across an acacia village here. And some armadillos. Might be nice to note the coordinates of this for future reference. Looks like we found ourselves a swampy place. Looks like there's a mangrove grove right here. About sounds like a wonderful place to get out and start harvesting some stuff. So we've got these mangrove roots. We definitely want to get some of those propagules. There we go. And probably some of the mangrove proper roots. But also we've got some of this mud. We've got some lily pads. Lots of swamp happenings here. I think the only thing I'm missing is the actual mangrove root. Oh, there's some moss carpet. That's going to be helpful to do some growth there. Let's go ahead and see if we can find some more propagules. I'd like to have more than just one. Probably need to go deeper into this swamp. Thing I do have to watch out for is that, it is dark in here. There is quite a bit of a canopy. So let me go ahead and come up here, then I should be able to start getting some of this wood. Looks like there's a couple of propagules directly above me, which should be nice. It's rich red wood. And when we eventually get iron, we can shear some of these leaves. These leaves actually make really nice decorations. Let's make sure I get my axe back on the bar. Oops. Just a bit of a fall there. Let's get our dirt back. There's our shovel. Luckily, we've got a spare. Let's go ahead and dig up some more of this mud. Some more of these lily pads I think would be nice. Is it starting to get bedtime? It's starting to get pretty close to nighttime, so I'm going to go ahead and get my bed out. Set up a sleepy time. So we'll do a little bit more harvesting here. I want to get a couple more propagules because those are going to be kind of the big thing we need to get. Other than that, I think we can call this trip a success as long as we can get home. That always is the big ask, isn't it? All right. Maybe another propagule, one last one for the road, maybe another firefly bush or two. And let's go ahead and put stuff in our bundle, get our boat, and head on back to civilization. So lily pads, and I'll go ahead and put the apples, the propagules, the moss carpet, all that stuff. Good. So we got 11 mangrove, we got 22 jungle, we got a stack and a half of dark oak, Got some mud, lily pads, other assorted sundries, and now it is time to head back to civilization. There's a nice little seaside village. And we're back home. So let's go ahead and recap what we've done here. We did get dark oak. Dark oak being right here. And we did get mangrove. Ironically enough, these were the two that I didn't think we would get at the same time, but hey, things work out. So we got mangrove, we have dark oak, those are no longer missing, which means right now the only thing that we are missing is the pale oak, which we will have to find from the pale garden. So we'll have to get those at some point in the future. Y'all have a great day. Thanks for watching. Take care.